All right, first and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who were well, and salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. For us from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Salakia. On the, episode 8, I forgot to put that, I put it later.
Okay, God.
Wait, 8.
Yeah, 8.
And, going back into the mark of the beast. All right, because the system is it's already here. The infrastructure to make the mark of the beast operate globally is already here. Mm-hmm. Now they're just, which we're going to bring different articles out and videos. And the chat GPT asked some questions linking this all together. The digital ID, digital currency, everything going digital. Well, guess what? Now they have the infrastructure so it can handle all of that. Mm-hmm. When the 6G, right? And then what's it called in that statement they had on the 6G for the White House? But it mentioned the implantable
device.
Technologies.
Technology.
6G. Let's go. We'll just pull it out real quick. All right. Here it is. Winning the 6G race.
There you go.
On the .gov website. All right. You go. This is in the first paragraph. Section 1, purpose of the next generation of mobile communications network. 6G will be foundational to the national security, foreign policy, and economic prosperity of the U.S. This technology will play a pivotal role in the development and adoption of emerging technologies like AI, robotics, and implantable technologies. Mm-hmm. All right. So it's right there on their website, et cetera, et cetera. So there it is, man. So Revelation 13, we'll start with that.
So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and starting at verse 16. It reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand."
There you go. And that's the implantable technologies that they're talking about. Mm-hmm. The mark, which is going to limit you or grant you, limit/grant you access to this digital system that they're setting up. Digital ID. Yeah, you need a digital ID. Well, guess what? Eventually, you're going to need a chip to have that access to the digital ID and have access to the digital system, including the digital currency, chiefly the digital currency, as the scriptures specifically point out. Mm-hmm. that. And so pretty much the chip is going to be the gateway.
Yeah.
Or the door to get into the matrix, so to say, the digital system, the digital frontier. Go ahead, though.
Going back into Revelation 13 and 16, finishing off, it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark."
Yeah, so how are they going to stop you from buying and selling? Well, we know, one, the money's going digital. Yeah. Well, then how the hell would they stop you? Well, if you're going to need this implantable device or technology, all right? Of course, they're not going to say, RFID chip right there and that. Instead of implantable technology, they're going to put RFID chip or NFC chip. No, they're gonna label it fancy. Yeah. Implantable technology. Mm-hmm. It's the mark of the beast. And they just got they want to win this race, Mm-hmm. President Miranda.
Yeah, because right now, like you say, they're trying to win this race. They're going up against these other different countries. All right, that's already advanced within their AI infrastructure. Look at the model with what's happening over there with China. Okay, they're trying to get ahead of the race. Okay, concerning with the 6G, man, with this AI, man, infrastructure that's getting ready to come into place, man. Because what's coming is getting ready to come across the whole world, man. And this is how Esau is going to gear the whole world, okay, into his whole digital system, his prison that he's making up. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me finish up 16. This is Revelation 13 and 17. "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name."
Yeah, so there you go. I've identified the mark, the charagma, all right, through the Karax, the delivery method, That's why it said implantable. What's going to make it implantable is the Koroks, which is going to be subdermal. Okay, it goes under your skin, and then the graphos, all the information, your digital ID, your digital currency, everything is going to be tied to that chip. And if you don't have a chip, you can't access that and none of that digital shit. And again, they're setting up this whole system, and you'll see what we're talking about if you stay to the end. All right, which actually you should know by now, episode 8. But let's go ahead and start here. Because, let's see, Clarity Act. We'll start here. All right, because we mentioned it a couple times in the past videos, but this came out today. Clarity Act, which is on the 15th is a Thursday. So next week we're gonna see. Which again, if you know what we're talking about, we've been talking about Ripple and XRP, how that's gonna be the backbone, okay, of the financial system. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? They don't need the Clarity Act, but it's gonna help them anyway. Because according to a senior executive at Ripple, drops major XRP confirmation. And pretty much this is what he said. Merrick's response distinguished XRP's position from the U.S. crypto market. He stated that XRP has secured clear regulatory status as a non-security digital asset in the U.S. That clarity, he explained, already exists due to landmark court decisions. So the SEC, when they were going through all that, that they were scrutinizing them, going to show you that, yeah, they meet all the requirements. It says XRP does not need new legislation to validate its classification or to operate within the U.S. And they're already being adopted worldwide. The U.S. is going to be the last one to adopt them, it seems like. But again, the Clarity Act is coming next week. We'll see how that pushes this further. Okay. But now, again, Evernorth, which is a company that they own, Ripple, it says CEO explains why XRP is the backbone of finance. So again, this is going to be at the heart of how this whole global system is going to come together digitally. And then ultimately to access this all is going to be required to receive a mark. But again, what is the financial system? This is how you buy and sell worldwide, whether it's countries or people. That's finance, and again, it's all changing. I mean, we don't really got to go into all of this though, but let me just play some of these videos, and then if you got a preset, let me know.
All right.
Let's see which one this is. Okay.
So today, if you wanted to send $10,000 to London right now.
Okay, yeah. So he's pretty much going to explain how, because XRP is going to because I asked, hey, shut up, man, goddamn. I asked ChatGPT what happens when XRP replaces Swift, and then it says the most accurate framing is not replacement but displacement of function. So ultimately XRP is gonna, because Swift right now is what quadrillions of dollars go through. Mm-hmm. So the XRP will be in that position, and again, this is through the blockchains or XRP ledger. So let's just hear this guy. This is the Ripple of our CEO of Ripple.
Settlement between banks. So today, if Morgan wanted to send $10,000 to London right now, the fastest way for her to do that is to drive to Newark or JFK and fly it there. Our view is, in a world of the internet, you can stream video from the space station. You should be able to real-time settle between banks, and we sell technology to banks to do.
There you go, real-time settlement. Just like you can send real-time messages, instant messaging. Mm-hmm. Well, now you're gonna be able to instant transact through what they're setting up through Ripple and XRP, which there are other blockchains, but this is gonna be the top one because it's gonna move the financial, the global financial system. The cross-border payments, all right, international trading. Mm-hmm. All of that is gonna go. Through this. Gold and silver itself will be traded through XRP via the tokenization of those assets.
Mm-hmm. And the banks are getting on board with this?
Oh, get that. Because what he just said, get a knowledge shall increase. Because he just pretty much explained that.
And fly it there. Our view is, in a world of the internet, you can stream it.
Yeah, in the Internet of Things, the Internet of bodies, all right? This is it. This is part of the backbone of it is right here. So this is the backbone of the market beast system, if you will. All right. XRP. You got it?
Yeah, I was getting another but I get
translations.
I get in KJV. This is Daniel 12 and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Yeah. So obviously the scriptures, the Holy Spirit coming upon the servants of the Lord to increase in knowledge. But even Esau's technology, like he's about to say, is increased. The way they can communicate. You couldn't communicate to somebody on the other side of the world for thousands of years. Yeah. Now you can FaceTime a nigga on the other side of the world and instantly talk to them. So why is the financial systems dragging his feet then? That's their whole stance, so to say, that they're still using the systems from the 80s, 70s, for financial. But that's, again, all of this was plotted and planned so they could eventually bring out the mark of the beast. Yeah,
and it's been done in steps. So like you see up here, I don't know if this was a recent
This is old. This is an old video. Yeah.
Okay, so this is probably 2017.
Yeah.
All right, so they were speaking on this in 2017. Yeah. So look at the years later, almost a decade? Well, no,
almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years later, almost. Because 2026. So shit. So when you look at it, look at the different updates, okay, throughout the system of Ripple and XRP, what they have been doing, man. And look at all the different companies and banks and private sectors, everyone jumping on board. All right, so this is the time for the rollout, okay, of this system, man. This was done, like you said, a decade ago, man.
And they've been operating since 2014, Ripple. So they've been working. Yeah. And now they got scrutinized by the SEC in court. So that's why they have the green light. They already have this is already a guaranteed thing. It's already established around the world. Banks are using it, institutions are using it. All right. It's not a maybe.
It's a for sure thing.
Right. And look, it was at $1.12 right there. And now it's what, $2.09 or something right now. Yeah. But this is going to skyrocket because this is what's going to move money around the world and assets, digital assets, tokenization, and that's going to happen quickly. When they start tokenizing gold, silver, it's going to happen quick. All right, and then they're going to need a way to transfer that. Yeah. Once these assets get tokenized, now they need something to bridge it or to transfer it. And here, lo and behold, here it is.
Newark or JFK and fly it there. Our view is, in a world of the internet, you can stream video from the space station. You should be able to real-time settle between banks, and we sell technology to banks to do that.
And the banks are getting on board with this because I know there's a lot of paper pushing and also a lot of money attached to those settlements.
For sure. So we have over.
See, so they made a solution for a problem, that they created, but ultimately it was their agenda, their enterprise to get to this point where everyone's dependent on the money system, and if they take it away from you, and the only way to access it is this digital, the MOTB, then bam, they got you. That's that. Get that. The hour of temptation is coming. Well, you think we're just bringing this out just to tell you to go buy some XRP? No, we're not spokesperson. We're not spokespersons for Ripple. We're telling you this because this information is pertinent to your salvation, because this is leading to the hour of temptation. We're showing you how the systems are in place to operate the whole world, all right, under this new digital system, all right? Everything's going to be on blockchains, man. And it's going to, ChatGPT explains it a little better, but that's what I mean. Everybody's going to have access to this blockchain technology. You're going to, eventually a day will come where you're going to need a chip to partake in this new system, this new financial system that is set up currently. And now all they need is an excuse to flip the switch.
They got
That's
plenty
it.
Of excuses right now.
They got plenty. They just compiling on each other right now. Just wait. And there's, again, the reason I say the flip a switch is going to be that quick. Bloop. Switch the system over right there and then. Go ahead.
Yeah, otherwise, we just said it's going to catch you people like a thief in the night, man.
You know what he had but a short time, so he's just going to flip the switch, man, like a light.
Yeah.
And you see how as soon as you hit that switch, that light instantly turns on. Mm-hmm. That's how this new system's going to be.
Yeah, because he got out all, like you say, all the plumbing. He got everything already ready. Mm-hmm. So when it's time for them to put them lights on,
let it flow.
Hey, people going to be scrambling. Yeah. Revelation 3:10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Mm-hmm. Which is going to be when they mandate that implementation if you want to be connected to this new system. All right, which is quickly approaching, and then you're going to take it and identify who you truly are and have access to money again, or have access to everything, because everything's going to be digital, right? Or you can be beheaded. That's what's coming. Go ahead.
And resort says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. I read this in the NLT. Because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing.
How you gonna know not to take it if your prophets, your leaders ain't telling you what it is? How the hell you're not gonna take it then? Go ahead.
It says, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world.
Yeah, so the Lord's going to protect those and keep them sound, of a sound mind, because a lot of people are going to bug out when they're confronted with this. Like, oh, what do we do? I got to eat, right? All right, well, you're going to go down just like you got your jump shot. You're going to go down, sit in your car, and somebody's going to just hit you in the arm with it, or your hand with it. It ain't a long procedure. They can knock them thousands, millions a day.
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just like they did them jump shots. Go ahead.
It reads on, it says, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world.
Yeah, and what? The love of money is the root of all evil. Yeah. Again, how are you going to access your money? Which is going to be digital. Well, you're going to be tempted.
These people, they love money. You see them all online. I seen a couple of videos earlier, with Jake flexing with the money all on their arm and holding it to their ear with the phone. Come on, man. What you gonna do next? You gonna have the chip on your arm pushing up to your ear? This is the times we coming into, man. Yeah. All right, to where you're gonna have to make a choice, man. Are you gonna serve the Lord, okay, and not bow the knee? All right, or serve Esau Edom and bow the knee, man. But here it is, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is shortening the days, man, for the elect's sake, man. Because they already know, all right, the script. They already know what the time is, man. The time that we're living in right now. That was it on it. Okay.
100 banks working with Ripple today around the world. I think the vast majority of banks, like 99.
Hear that? Around the world. Or that's like our temptation coming to the whole world. Seconds.
100 banks working with Ripple today around the world.
Attached to those settlements.
For sure. So we have over 100 banks working with Ripple today.
In 2017, they had 100 banks. Now they got over 300.
It's increasing.
Yep.
Around the world. I think the vast majority of banks, like 99.9% of banks, actually are paying other banks, the kind of the global money center banks like JP Morgan or Citibank, to make those settlements. So a lot of the banks are very excited about democratizing how these global payments flow. There's a belief that you could transform the global payment system over time. Although then the alternative argument is you need a centralized. You can't have it decentralized. That it actually benefits from efficiencies. I would assume you come down in the left. Yeah, and for sure. I think anytime you can do something without that central counterparty, you're going to reduce friction, which is measured by time.
Yeah, and that's why the nations are dumping the dollar. Because now they're going to be able to use Ripple. They don't need the USD, Now they can use their own stable coins, their own CBDCs, whatever they want to use, and instantly XRP will convert it and transfer the funds. It's all set up. It's already in the work. It's not even. Maybe they trying to do this. It's doing it. They've been and these banks been testing. When they come out of the testing phase, that's when it's over. This shit is gonna just be globally now.
Cost, speed. So by removing that central counterparty, going direct from point to point, you can skip going from the Bank of David to the Bank of Morgan to the Bank of Mike. You just go directly to the Bank of Mike.
So the immediate opportunity is efficiencies in this area of the actual kind of nuts and bolts sort of plumbing of the financial system. How does that relate to the value of the Ripple tokens or of the Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies? They're taking on a separate life, it seems, from the future of adoption of this technology.
It's a great point, and I think one of the things we all have to remember is that the value of a token over the long term is really going to be derived by its utility.
That's why XRP is going to be worth a lot of money, all right? Because of the utility that it serves. All right, and again, it's the backbone. Oh, that kind of spirit stopped it on 144. And it's gonna be the backbone of what moves the exchanges, and the transactions worldwide. So we're not talking about you go to Walmart, which that transactions will still be on blockchain, but it ain't gonna be on the XRP ledger, but it will be on another blockchain somewhere, But we're talking about like we read earlier, quadrillions of dollars a day being moved around and through this XRP ledger or the blockchain, XRP blockchain. Guess them.
Yeah, I was typing in the different things that's going to be moving just in between on the ledger.
Sure.
Going into the treasuries, government treasuries,
tokenizations.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, the T-bills, the T-notes, the T-bonds, treasuries, foreign exchange reserves, gold and precious metals, like you say, it's all going to be tokenized. SDRs, tokenized stable coins,
So the derivatives,
pretty
much the whole stock market,
all stock market, yeah, basically,
global, internationally, everything.
So it's gonna be a lot of money gonna be moving at once.
And again, that's the buying and selling is what ultimately signals the market of beast. And again, how are you going to access this system? Well, you're going to need a mark. For your ass, it ain't gonna be. A country ain't gonna take a chip, and now they're already part of it as we speak. The banks are already using this. It's gonna be the people that are to be part of this system, because this is just more than just a token. This is a whole system they have built. And it's more than just Ripple. Because you got AI, you got all this different technology. This devil's pushing 6G. The grid, the smart devices. It's all part of the system that they created, the market of beast system. But now, to tie you into all of it, you're going to have that gate, which is going to be to get into the gate. Through the gate, you're going to need a chip, to plug you in.
Problem is it solving? How big is that problem? How many customers do you have? There's no question there's a lot of hype in this system, and I don't actually think that's a good thing. For Ripple, we use this digital asset called XRP to settle liquidity needs between banks. So today there's $27 trillion parked at different banks around the world so they can make payments between each other. Our view is you can use a digital asset like XRP to do that in real time. Because XRP has been so efficient, it settles a transaction about 3 seconds.
So it just passes through that currency for that period of time.
That's correct.
Is that
Hey there,
easy?
thanks for checking out KBC on
So why wait on the old system,
Which is Swift.
which is Swift,
Which is just a messaging system, really, to tell the banks that they need to send money. Which we'll get to. It'll bring. Oh, so this is the guy that might be moving, or he becoming the Fed chair. This is one of the nominees. Trump said he already picked the guy. He didn't say who though, but this is one of the guys that people are speculating is going to be, and he's pro crypto.
We will take a close look at regulatory impediments to blockchain, stablecoins, and new payment systems. And we will consider reform.
He could possibly be in charge of the Federal Reserve. He's talking about blockchains.
Chain, stablecoins, and new payment systems.
Stable coins and new payment systems. See, the commoners, they're going to use stable coins or CBDCs. Most likely stable coins is looking now. But that's what the whole Genius Act was about, stable coins. Now the Clarity Act is going to be to give the banks the green light to start dealing with all these cryptos, okay, and digital assets. And that's next week. But of course, then Trump got to sign it, which he's going to expedite it because they're all pro-crypto. All right?
And we will consider reforms to unleash the awesome power of the American capital market. Americans deserve a financial services industry that works for all Americans, including and especially Main Street.
There you go. So again, how are you going to access this glorious system that he's talking about? Well, ultimately through the chip that will be implanted. All right, like it said in their own website, implantable technologies. This is the implantable technologies they were talking about on the "We Must Win the 6G race" is leading to this, so you can access.
Invest in market.
This is who is this? This is Larry Fink.
Black
from BlackRock. See 30-second clip. See what he's talking about.
Getting to
invest in markets through, let's say, crypto. They're investing in it, but now we could get them into the more traditional long-term retirement products. So we look
Again, the crypto is nothing more than the digital money that you're gonna use. You're gonna need to use to buy and sell soon. And again, how are you gonna access this? The mark of the beast. How are you gonna? This is on, this is on mainstream media. They telling you this. They're not telling you, oh, you're gonna need a chip one day, but they're telling you that the new system is here. Mm-hmm. And again, it's just gonna be like a flick of a switch that you're gonna either get on board or you're not gonna be able to do shit.
Mm-hmm. But they gonna say that you never heard it before because they've been talking about it.
You ain't hear on Market Alert CNBC.
Yeah, but people ain't looking at this. Nope. Anything with dealing with finance, they think it's boring. Mm-hmm. But this is what you're using, man. When you go to the store, when you're getting paid and shit.
Walmart just said they accept cryptos now.
Come on.
So
retail jumping on.
Yep.
You got it up.
The UBI was paid in crypto. The first, what was the Marshall Islands or something like that?
The XL new.
Yeah.
And it was I believe they did it in the US too. I just forgot.
Yeah, they had released some UBI in crypto, Universal Basic Income. This is, and again, let's see here. It was
test run.
I think it was Marshall Island or something like that. Yeah, Marshall Islands. UBI in the crypto island refers to the Marshall Islands groundbreaking Universal Basic Income Program launched in 2025, which provides citizens $200 quarterly, partly via Stellar blockchain, which is XLM, using the USDM1 stablecoin. There you go. Mm-hmm. So that's how these UBIs and these big old tax returns that this nigga keep talking about, oh, we're gonna give you free money. Well, guess that's gonna be stablecoin. Mm-hmm. It's already been tested. So come on, bro. The significance. This initiative marks a major step in digital public finance. And what's the backbone of the finance? All right, come on, man. Evernorth CEO explains why XRP is the backbone of finance. Mm-hmm. Utilizing blockchain for nationwide UBI distribution, and how you gonna get that free money? You're gonna need a chip very soon. Though some early adopters still prefer traditional methods, and regulators like the IMF have raised points about potential inflation. Inflation's coming regardless, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, hyperinflation. I just did a video going into that, man. When you look at the with the everything that's happening with the finances right now, mm-hmm. Everything's on the brink of really just falling at any moment.
Yeah, hyperinflation.
Yeah. The same thing how you seen what happened in Venezuela years ago. That same thing is getting ready to come over here to the States, man.
Yep. And then why do you think they're gonna be giving you UBI? Because you're gonna need it to survive, just to survive. Mm-hmm. But again, it's gonna come a point where you're gonna need a chip if you want to continue those services. They're not gonna do the chip right away. They want to get you strung on the crack first.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna pull the rug from under you. Well, listen here, nigga, you already high as hell off the crack. Now you're gonna do some. You're gonna have to take this chip if you want to continue that.
They're gonna beg for it.
And a lot of people are gonna use, because it's all centered around. All of this is centered around AI and this technology, because AI is gonna replace you people. They got the robots to replace you people. Okay, and then so what you gonna do? Where you gonna go find another job at? Well, they're gonna tell you, oh well, we could give you some stable coins, universal basic income, until we get back on your feet. But you ain't never gonna get back on your feet.
No.
You're gonna be at the tip, the tit of the government, sucking off that tit until they're gonna pull it from you. And then you need a chip, aka the hour of temptation.
Getting to, invest in markets through, let's say, crypto. They're investing in it, but now we can get them into the more traditional long-term retirement products. So we look at that as the next wave of opportunity for BlackRock over the next tens of years, as we start focusing, moving away from traditional financial assets by
of all assets. So everything is going to go through, because what is the tokenization going to go through? The blockchains.
Hiding them in a digital manner, and then having people stay in that digital ecosystem.
Yep.
Getting to,
there you go. The digital ecosystem. How you get to the digital ecosystem? Well, you're gonna need a chip. All right, we read that one. What this one? Okay, yeah, Ripple got the green light in the UK. Another the beast. All right. So you got anything before I go to the chat?
No, I don't.
All right, let's go to the chat GPT. So I think this is where we stopped last time. Let me start here. Where was it?
Yeah, you was talking about Swift last time, I believe.
Okay, so I'll just start here.
Yeah.
It says, why your framing is correct. Your key insight is right. Ripple isn't selling speed. It's selling systemic relevance. When commodity flows fracture, which is about to happen, what's happening with the silver, gold, oil, it says legacy exchanges throttle price discovery, which that's what's going to make the economy tank. Or because if everything jumps up, it can only go one way, down. Sanctions, which is that's what's happening. Weaponized settlement. Trust shifts from paper claims to verifiable assets. That's why these nations are holding these different assets now. Okay. Settlement infrastructure becomes the battlefield. XRP's bet is simple but massive. If value is tokenized, someone must settle it. Exactly. So if gold, silver, oil, everything is tokenized, well, something has to settle it. That's the real story, not hype candles, right? That's the whole purpose of XRP. So again, let me just read it. What happens when XRP replaces Swift? It says, I'll answer this precisely and realistically, because the phrase XRP replaces Swift is usually misunderstood even by professionals. The most accurate framing is not replacement, but displacement of function. First, what Swift actually is. Swift is not a payment system. It is a secure messaging network. And guess what? What was it? The ISO 222? That's already applied with XRP. Okay? It says Swift sends payment instructions, does not move money, does not settle value. So this is an old system. Why is the majority of the world still using Swift? Right. Other than the countries moving away from it, the BRICS nations, they're moving away from it. They already have. But the majority of the world still using this outdated system. It says relies on correspondent banks, nostro vostro accounts, which is money that just sits there, trillions of dollars sitting there. With Ripple, you'll be able to exchange or move that money.
Yeah, it'll free up.
Pre-funded liquidity, delayed finality. Swift's power comes from network effects, legal certainty, standardization, entrenchment, and compliance workflows. So really, this is Esau's enterprise that he's been laboring for. Get that in that Job. Yeah. It says what XRP actually competes with. XRP does not replace Swift messaging, bank compliance systems, or AML, blah, blah, blah. There's domestic RTG systems. XRP competes with correspondent banking, pre-funded liquidity settlement, latency, and foreign exchange friction. So again, it was created to solve all these issues that the current global system has. And again, it ultimately is what is this? Why are they doing this? Because ultimately they want the people. It's going to trickle all the way down to the averager, both rich and poor, free. It don't matter who you are. Ultimately, to access this system, you're going to need a chip. If you want to be part of the new world order. Go ahead.
It's the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, and this is what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to do, man. Okay, he's going to disappoint, all right, the devices of the crafty. All right, who's that? Esau Edom, man. He think he's crafty, okay, with his system, okay, what he's getting ready to implement. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to throw a monkey wrench in there, man. All right, it's going to mess up all his plans, man.
Yeah, because he's going to get pretty far with all this. He's going to get to the point where everybody's depending on it.
He won't get to a level with it.
But he's not going to fulfill his new world order to the max where he think he's going to be in some kind of utopian space world or some shit.
He be putting on the movies and shit. Yeah, it's not going to happen, man. Okay? It's going to get to a point to where the people going to be lining up, getting the chip and still being able to go to buy and sell. Because the scripture says it's what John, the Revelator, that's what he's seen.
As in the days of Noah. People buying and selling. People were buying, going to be given into marriage, So obviously this is going to go. This is going to. John saw it. Yeah. People doing in this system, this new system. Yeah,
verse 13. Yeah, verse 13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
This nigga has created a whole digital world.
Damn.
You know that this nigga is wise, but he's gonna be taken in his own snares because this is a snare. What he's got, well, this is a snare to trap your soul. You know, to sell, will make you sell your soul. Again, the Matrix. That's literally the whole point of the movie. And lo and behold, this is like the coding. We do the numbers on the screen. This is what this is. But we're able to decipher it.
That's it.
Going back to Revelation 13. What did it say at the very end? 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast. All right. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score 6. Let's see what the other translations say. But I know there was one that we brought out. Said, calculate. Yeah. NIV. This calls for wisdom. Yeah. But what we've been able to see what this devil's doing. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast. All right. Let the one with understanding solve the meaning of the number of the beast. There you go. Yeah. Which ultimately is the chip. It's gonna be the door, the gate into his virtual reality or his digital system, his matrix that he's created. Because what was it? Stigma. Yep. Which one? The stigmata is the chip. Where is it? Okay. There it is.
Right there.
Go to that 603 scoring 6. And matter of fact, what y'all get next? Hold on.
All right.
It says the 14th letter, blah blah blah. Then it said, let's see. I know it tells you. Let's see. Nero Caesar. There you go. Your boy DJ Trump, number 47's in there. All right. So here it is. It's side stigma. I'm sorry, we could not find any information. Okay. That's crazy. But anyway, let's see. Much better. Couldn't remember. There was one that you could.
When you click on it, right?
Okay, maybe it's this right here. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Stigma. Yeah.
Oh, you went to the root word?
Yeah, the word. Yeah, the.
Right.
Oh, no, it wasn't the root word. It was Oh yeah, in the root word. Yep. 14 letter, an obsolete letter. Yeah, sure. But it's stigma. You know, marked, pricked in, or branded upon the body. So in is gonna be that, which is the Karax is gonna imprint it or cut the skin, and then the device, the implantable technology will put into you. To ancient Oriental uses slaves, and yeah, that's what you're gonna be, a slave. Bore the name of the stamp of their master. Yep, and that's them stamping you, saying that you worship them.
Mm-hmm.
The token of their god. A mark incised or punched. So what is it gonna? A scarf, sir. So what's gonna do that? Well, we're telling you. Okay. To access this new nigga system, you're gonna need that device. So let's go back. Do you have something?
No, I was just going into that. That was it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's so 666, right?
666.
So check this out. Gematria. So you know the numerology shit I'll be doing. So let's check this out. You type in XRP. I think it was XRP. Nah, it's not XRP. Let me see here. Oh no, that's what it was. It was a 589. That's what it was.
Oh.
Which we went into last. I think it was last week.
Yeah, it was the last one.
Yeah. So look at this. You type in 589. You got Trump comes up.
Damn.
ISO XRP Donald Trump.
Storm is coming.
The storm is coming.
The code of a number. Yo.
116. I'm the angel of the earth. Trump. Declaration of Independence, and these are all 589.
First Horseman.
God's Illuminati. Yeah, that'd be us. The enlightened ones.
So Rothschilds.
Maybe it was a 666. Let's see here what pops up. What the fuck is that? Number of them. Elon Musk Grimes. What? Stellar, XLM, look at that. A blockchain. Prophecy, ooh, is an Elon Musk plan. There you go. Either way, but just pull that up. All right, so let's keep going to say. So the real question is, what happens if XRP replaces how value settles, not how messages are sent? Phase by stage. This is what's about to happen. I haven't even read this yet, so I'm never did with ya. Phase by phase, what replacement would actually look like? Phase 1, coexistence already happening. Swift still sends messages. XRP settles value behind the scenes. Banks don't hold XRP long term. Yeah, well, some of them will be. Well, the big institutions anyway. XRP used transistently seconds. Effect, faster settlement, lower capital lockup. And this is going to be the solution for the problem that's currently being formulated with all this war, all right, and the de-dollarization, the BRICS nation. All this is the solution to keep the global economy going. It says reduce foreign exchange costs, no disruption yet. This is invisible to the public. It's already happening, but it's invisible to the public because the average person don't even know what the fuck XRP is. But when it's the backbone of financing. It says function. So XRP has to be used ultimately so that the shit can be global, brought globally. It says functional displacement. Banks realize they don't need nostro accounts, so they don't need money just sitting around in accounts. They can't move because it'd be too much money, too long. It'd take too long. It says they don't need bilateral FX relationships. They don't need days of settlement risk. Settlement pass from, it just gives you examples. But instead of going through all that, it just bam, bam. That's it. Just using XRP. You don't need to go through all these correspondence and all that shit. Swift may still send compliance messages. They don't need Swift no more because the ISO 222.
Yeah.
Send compliance messages, handle confirmations, provide audit. Yeah. But the economic center of gravity moves. This is where Swift starts losing relevance.
That's it.
And again, Swift is old. And this is really part of the new. This is the financial system for the New World Order.
Mm-hmm.
The old Swift is the old world.
Yeah, that shit gonna be phased out.
It says network effect inversions. Once enough institutions settle via XRP rails, which is the blockchains, right? There's a set, and it's just establishing all these different banks already. Mm-hmm. It's interconnecting the whole global system of finance. Liquidity concentrates around XRP corridors. Foreign exchanges spread tighten. Settlement becomes atomic. Legacy paths become slower and more expensive. Yeah, the old system. At this point, new institutions choose XRP. Swift becomes optional, not mandatory. This is the tipping point because what Swift dealt with, the US dollar. Mm-hmm. What changes systematically if XRP displaces Swift settlement? Correspondent banking collapses quietly. That's why people, it's going to take them overnight. And they're going to, when the scriptures say neither or rich nor poor, that's literally what's about to happen. You're either going to have money or you're going to be dirt poor to the point they got to throw you free money. All right? Rich and poor. Mm-hmm. So there ain't nothing about no middle class, which really middle class was a lie in itself. But now you're either going to be extreme. It's going to be you on one of the two ends. There ain't no in the middle. Mm-hmm. You either poor or you got money, digital money, which ultimately you're going to need a chip to access. Matter of fact, let's see here. So let's see what it says for rich. Plusios, wealthy, abounding in material resource, abounding. Hey, well, we're going to be rich because the Lord said we're going to have abundance, So we're going to be, which we're spiritually rich already. We're going to be wealthy, abounding in material resources, but we're not going to go down to Egypt for help.
Hell no.
Wealthy, okay, let's go to poor then. So you're either wealthy or you're poor. Tokos. Reduce to beggary. The UBI. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be reduced to beggary.
This is the ASCII.
And that's the UBI. You people are, well, not you people, but these people here in America are going to be reduced to being fucking beggars like the bums on the streets. Destitute of wealth. So again, the complete opposite of being rich. influence. Oh, you're gonna be destitute of wealth, influence, position, and honor. While we, the elect, we're gonna be good. But hey, all those influencers, everybody look up to you. You got some kind of honor or position in this world. You about to be destitute of it. While the elect, all right, the servants of the Lord, we're gonna have the wealth. We're gonna have the influence. We'll have the position and the honor because we serve Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Lowly. Hey, the table's about to change. We've been lowly and meek, humble. Well, now it's time for the tables to change. We're gonna be exalted and honored. All right. And so that ultimately we can glorify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai in the face of everyone. You have something?
Yeah, get that.
What you got?
That second Esdras 2.
Okay. Okay, you hold it. Let me finish this then.
All right, Con.
Afflicted, destitute of the Christian virtues and eternal riches. That's going to be the majority of all these people out here. Helpless, powerless to accomplish an end. So it ain't just saying that you're going to be broke. It's saying you're going to be helpless, destitute of all these things, spiritually dead, lacking in anything as respects their spirit, destitute of wealth, of learning. That's good. What you gonna learn then when the shit hit the fan? Now you want to learn? An intellectual culture which the schools afford. Men of this class most readily give themselves up to Hamashiach's teaching and prove themselves fitted to lay hold of the heavenly treasures. There you go. And it begins on this side. The kingdom is within us. You know. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, so if you ain't got it now, you ain't finna have it.
Nope. And the Lord's about to give us physical things. Because again, what the brother's about to read. Because, hey, we'll just get them all. Go ahead and get that. I'll get the Isaiah.
So this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, and verse 27. Well, verse 26. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish, for I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh,
which we're entering into. Again, when they flip that switch, it's going to be some troubles. Because all kind of shit is going to be going. While you afraid of the gunshots ringing out and all kind of chaos in the streets, they going to be doing all of this digital system, right? Yeah. So when they tell you the system's back online, it's already been done while you busy trying to fight for your next meal.
It says, for verse 27 again, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh.
Wait till your banks tell you can't get no cash out. Man, the ATM's empty. Yeah, you're gonna see some troubles, man.
There's gonna be nothing but anarchy out here, man. The scriptures talk about how the storehouses shall be found empty suddenly. Yep. All right, it's gonna be people running into other people's houses, spoiling their goods. So it's gonna get real chaotic out here, man. All right, the order of things and how you see it right now is gonna be diminished,
and we'll be good.
Yeah, we're gonna be good the whole time. It says, 2 Ezra 2 and 27, finishing off. It says, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Yeah, they're gonna be sorrowful. Like we read, they're gonna be poor. You know, destitute of all kind of things. You know, but we're gonna have abundance. Go ahead.
Going back in 2 Ezra 2 and 28, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee.
Yeah, not gonna do nothing about it. You're gonna sit there in your peasantry and be envious.
Begging.
Yeah, begging. There you go. You look be begging us for handouts. All them scoffers that walk by and scream, "Get a job!" They about to be destitute. And then the Lord gonna have them come beg us, and you ain't gonna get shit. What can we give you? The money's digital anyway. Yeah. I can't let you get some change. You want some change, nigga? For what? They ain't gonna take it at the store. Go ahead.
Verse 29. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell.
Yeah, so we're gonna be taken care of. Put it like that, all right. And the ones the Lord is gonna have around us. Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, behold, my servants shall eat. So while we eat, people are gonna be envious of us and not do a damn thing about it. It says, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. See, the tables are about to turn. Y'all thought y'all had a good laugh. Wait till you see us laughing at your ass, starving to death. It says, ye shall leave your 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but he shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So these people are through, man. But again, they will bring the system back online. you know, you can go back to the stores now. So again, this is happening quietly behind the scenes. Thousands of correspondent banks become unnecessary. Yeah, a lot of banks are gonna have to just close up shop.
It's no need for all that.
Yeah, so you have money in that bank gone. Thousands of correspondent accounts become unnecessary. Trillions in trapped capital are released. Banks regain balance sheet efficiency. This is deflationary, not inflationary. Yeah, and they shall think themselves to be in good case. How things to be so cheap.
Oh yeah, Second Ezra 16. I got you. This the book of Second Ezra 16.
Yeah, because that's what Trump talking about right now. Oh yeah, inflation's down. The job report is blah blah blah. Yeah, the gas is cheap. Yeah, everything cheap, huh? Yeah, the chicken is cheap. The gas is cheap. The hookers is cheap. Everything is cheap. Go ahead.
This is the book of Second Ezra 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, America, Trump's fixing the economy. You're right. But he blowing niggas up, stealing land, stealing oil.
Yeah.
What he talking about? You still waiting on that damn money he been talking about for months now at this point. But don't worry, he will send you some money. UBI. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what he talking about, them 2,000 checks. Yeah. $2,000 check.
You're gonna get $2,000 a month.
Yeah, that's all.
In stable coin.
But your rent $1,590 or some shit.
But remember, stable coins are programmable.
Yeah.
You know? They're gonna be programmable. So you're not gonna go to the store and get some goddamn box of cigarettes with your fucking UBI.
Oh, yeah, the pledges are gone.
That's gonna be for your bills, nigga. You ain't getting to get a luxurious lifestyle with this UBI. You best believe that. Go ahead.
It says, back in verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Yeah, people think they're in good case right now. Go ahead.
It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth.
There you go. That's why the evils are growing right now. Y'all thought y'all was living it up.
Yeah.
But a lot of people near the end of 2025, the last few months, everybody complaining now. And now we 9 days in, and niggas is sad. They even do videos anymore.
Yeah.
Niggas don't even want to cry on the internet no more. It's through. That was it?
Nah, that's a little bit more.
Okay, good.
Because like you say, like the people, they sad, online. We see y'all on, on the TikToks and the YouTube crying and shit. Even with the same thing that happened with Christmas, you got a lot of motherfuckers going back to the store, returning back gifts. All right, so you people are already through, man. Y'all been through. It says, going back in 2 Ezra 16 and 21, it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, that's what we see right now. Great confusion is happening between you people. Y'all don't know what the hell to do. Y'all losing jobs, y'all losing houses, cars, you sleeping in fucking cars, sleeping on the streets, so you don't know which way to go. The time of uncertainty is here, man. And y'all trying to figure out how you're going to feed your family, feed your daughters, your sons. Okay, but it's coming to a time to where y'all going to fight nail and tooth, man. And this is where that sword and that famine is going to kick in, man. And we seen it. It's happening now.
Niggas is here in America. Niggas is rioting.
Niggas starving.
They talk about Trump. Talking about don't shoot no people in Iran. The protesters. Niggas, bitch just got shot in the face in America.
Right.
Bow, bow, bow. Bitch crashed into a car. Damn. This is what a shit show. Yeah. This place is going down in flames. Meanwhile, this nigga just kidnapping people. Stealing boats, like what the hell?
Trying to take over land.
Yeah, but again, most people just walking around just ignorant of what's going on.
Yeah,
and then when we talk to you about it, these people just start overloaded. Their brains start fucking crossing wires and shit. Niggas start having a fucking because these people are through it because they can't calculate it. They don't have the wisdom. Their computer just can do basic plus and minus.
Yeah.
It can't. We typing in these equations and then the goddamn calculator smoking now.
Hey, the scripture says wisdom is too high for a fool. All right, so the wisdom that we possess, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has given us, is too much for them, man.
They can't get it.
They can't get it.
Because this shit is simple to us. This shit, we can understand this clearly, where this system is headed. Why are they doing this? Well, the reason we're bringing it out is because this is where it's leading to. The hour of temptation.
That's here.
Go ahead.
Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
There you go. That's what's going to happen to the majority of the people here in America. Masses are going to start dying soon.
Yeah.
You thought that bitch getting shot in the face was bad. Okay, this is just warming up.
Yeah.
But again, the Lord's going to protect us. And he showed, another reason we're bringing this out is why not take advantage of it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Why not take advantage of the Esau's system? Because it's out there. He allows you to buy XRP. He allows you, just like there was a day where Bitcoin was 3 cents. Okay. And now look at it. So, and this is, we've gone through it. This is not just a little token or a little crypto. This is the backbone of what's coming, or what's already here, really. So let me keep going. Number 2, Nostro balances unwind. Today, 10 to 27 trillion sits idle globally for settlement. With XRP, capital is mobilized instead of part. Liquidity becomes on demand. This is one of the largest hidden inefficiencies in finance. Then here's the solution. Which again, what's financing? Buying and selling. Foreign exchange market structurally changed. Instead of thousands of thin currency pairs, you get one deep bridge asset. So this is an asset, okay? XRP right now, which is what? Probably cheaper than your gas. Let's see. Right now it is at $2.09. Come on, do the math. You buy one, and if it goes to 100, you got $100. That's simple math. It's a higher velocity, lower volatility over time. Foreign exchange, faster, cheaper, less fragmented. So people around the world and institutions, banks, everybody that deals with any kind of financing or money, all right, or commodities anyway, will be instant, faster, cheaper because everything's tokenized now. Which you'll be next when they put the chip in you. It says sanctions. Again, that's what America been fighting with. Sanctions enforcement changes. This is crucial. SWIFT equals geopolitical leverage. XRP equals neutral infrastructure. So that's why all these nations are gonna be willing to use it. They don't want to go through America no more. And you see what even America's allies, they just passed. We brought the article out earlier that the EU gave Ripple the green light. So hello. They're about to be enemies with America. So why would the hell would they be using USD to settle transactions when they can use XRP, which is neutral or decentralized? Result, sanctions shift from network exclusion to asset level enforcement. Governments lose blunt force tools. Compliance becomes more surgical. This is why adoption is slow and cautious. What happens to USD? Okay, here we go. If XRP replaces SWIFT settlement, important distinction. Settlement rail doesn't equal reserve currency. If XRP replaces SWIFT settlement, USD can still be used. Yeah, here in America, USD can still be held. USD can still dominate domestic markets, which technically everything's going to be still tied to the USD. Right. Ultimately, because when you go on the exchange now, it says XRP / USD.
A lot of the cryptos have that.
Yeah. But Tether. But
certain ones.
That's XRP was American made anyway. But USD, there's going to be a USD stable or CBDC. There's going to be stable coins, American stable coins that only people here in America use. Just like there'll be Russian stable coins and Russian CBDC, which that's what you're going to use when you go. You got a chip. When these people get chipped up and they go to the Walmart, wherever, that's what they'll be paying with, these stable coins or the CBDC. And again, Walmart already accepts it, okay? But XRP will be used by the trillions and the quadrillions of dollars, not for your $8 transaction or your $82 transaction for your bread. Nah. That's going to be just the chump change, the crumbs, the stable coins, the CBDC, that was created for poor people, like we went into earlier.
Yeah.
The people that have XRP will be the rich people.
Yeah.
Let's say if XRP, okay, we read that.
Because like you said, it's a utility. You can use it.
Yeah.
You get yields. Different loans,
Borrow
and different
against
things.
it, yeah.
Borrow against it.
It's an asset. It's a digital asset, just like gold will become a digital asset. But it still works the same. You can. It's still a asset. You can borrow against your assets. So and this has a utility.
Yeah, but them stable coins, that's it.
Not so that it just be to buy shit.
Yeah, just whatever value they put on there.
Think about it, they're gonna give it to you for free. what has Esau ever gave anybody for free that was of some kind of value? Never.
He will give you fractions.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good
Good luck.
Like how the fractions with the Bitcoin.
You know what I'm saying? You
the
got 0.000. And then the XRP gonna be far out of your range. It ain't gonna be $2 then.
Damn.
It says, let's see, but USD is used less as a bridge. Offshore dollar demand declines. Dollar velocity changes. This is the de-dollarization of plumbing, not collapse. Yeah, but again, who's gonna use USD in the physical sense? The fiat is over. It says, what happens to XRP itself? Demand. Okay, we don't really need to get too much into that. The real end game. If XRP replaces SWIFT, because now we got to tie the digital IDs in now. It's like it. If XRP replaces SWIFT in the way that actually matters, settlement becomes a utility, not a competitive advantage. That's why banks resist it. Governments hesitate. Ripple plays the long game. But they've been playing a long game. Retail misunderstands it. Okay, whatever. 1 cent. Okay, we'll just move on to the next question.
You say infrastructure wins quietly.
Where do you see that?
Go back up. That little piece up there at the top.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. Infrastructure wins quietly. Again, that's what's happening, and they're about to be loud. They're done with the quiet stage.
Yeah.
In one sense, let's see. If XRP displaces SWIFT settlement function, global finance, it doesn't collapse. It becomes more efficient, less centralized, and far harder for any single country to control through plumbing alone. There you go. So I said, if digital IDs become mandatory to access digital currency, digital assets that are tokenized, how will XRP ledger be used, and do digital ID info move on the blockchain? So what mandatory is actually means in practice? Okay, no hype, just fear mongering. What mandatory really means? Digital ID will become required to access digital currency, or when governments, central banks, or regulators say, they do not mean your passport's on the blockchain, your biometrics are public. Okay, that's what they don't mean. What they mean, identity verification. See, that's what you're going to need. You're going to need to verify who you are. And it's going to, they're going to start with digital IDs. It's already here. You can keep it on your phone. But soon they're going to want 100% authentication of who you are by putting that chip. You can't lie now. That's the final stamp on it. Because now, you can forward shit. Chat. You can chat GPT it. But that you won't be able to get around. What are you? Why are you scared to identify yourself? Are you a terrorist? Why don't you want to identify yourself? You're going to become an enemy of the state if you don't have that device, that implantable technology that the White House told you about. It says identity verification becomes a prerequisite to participation. You can neither buy nor sell, because ultimately this is part of the Graphos. This identity verification, your digital ID. See, it's not something embedded in the ledger itself, so it's not literally on the blockchain. It says this is the identical to today's system. You must show ID to open a bank account, but your ID does not live inside SWIFT or FedWire. Digital ID is an access gate, and where's that digital ID going to be stored? In the chip. So that's going to be the access gate, the chip. Because I asked it about digital ID because I didn't want to ask it about the chip because it's going to lie to you. So I said digital ID, which we know is going to be stored on the chip, okay? Because the Graphos, that's the root word of Karox. Okay. Okay. Let's get that. XRP says below, so just trying to tell you the difference. Digital ID verification off-chain verifies identity through a government-approved provider. Yeah, and then that's going to be the chipping stations. Receives credentials, identity info stays in government databases. Yay! Remember, Trump he authorized all those databases to be made to keep information of all the citizens. This was last year.
Yeah.
So there you go. You can be side. This is how you become part of the matrix, or get tied in into his digital system. Is going to be through digital. First of all, digital identification, verification of who you are, and that's going to be provided. Yeah, he did make the chip he got in him is him. Once they scan it, but they're gonna look at it. Yeah, that's him. And unless you took somebody's chip and put it in you,
that's
know,
the only way, yeah.
and that still wouldn't pass because you're still gonna have biometrics and pictures. You know, it says XRP is never involved. Permission access. Here we go. Permission access to wallets, which everything is moving to a digital wallet, and access once verified. There you go. The wallet or institution is whitelisted. Rules are enforced at the application layer. Examples only. Okay. This is enforced. XRP. Okay, that's that. Do digital IDs move on the blockchain? No. Only cryptographic proofs may interact with the ledger, not identity data itself. Yeah, but that's why they have again, it's all going to work together. AI, the databases, these ledgers, the blockchains, it's all going to work ultimately around the market of beasts. Mm-hmm. That's what the end goal of all this technology is the chip people. Let's see here. Especially suited. There we go. Why XRP is especially suited for this model. This is where XRP Ledger quietly stands out. Native compliance features. XRP Ledger, XRPL is Ledger, which is the blockchain, supports issuer control tokens, blacklist, whitelist, transfer restrictions, freezing of non-compliant assets. They're going to freeze your shit. They're going to be able to freeze your assets if you don't comply.
And blacklist you.
And blacklist you. Transfer restrictions. They can restrict what you just do with your money.
Damn.
Separation of identity and settlement. XRP ledger defined. Okay, yeah, because this is anonymous. This is exactly what regulators want. We control access. The ledger settles it. Interoperability with CBDCs and tokenized assets in a digital ID gated world. There you go. If you think of the digital ID as the chip, all right, because that's what it ultimately is going to. Your digital ID is going to live. It's inside of your chip. Yeah. All right, that's where that information is going to be stored in your personal chip.
Inside you.
Inside of you. To tie you to this new system.
Exactly.
CBDCs, which is, or stable coins, right? The UBIs. Tokenized securities, tokenized commodities. That's where the proof is going to be of your ownership of said securities or commodities. Mm-hmm. Prove that's your gold. So it's going to be on your chip that you own that gold. All need neutral settlement rails. Don't leak personal, blah, blah, blah. XRP fits that role cleanly. Enforces. Okay. What this means for XRP specifically, XRP does not change with, okay. So this is just the whole purpose of XRP was created for, the money system pretty much. Digital ID affects who can access the system, not how much XRP functions with. So again, the chip is coming. One sentence truth. In a mandatory implementation world, XRPL is the settlement engine beneath compliant access layers. Identity stays off chain in your chip, right? Rules are enforced at the edges and only value moves on the ledger. Okay. So that was it.
So I guess you say the edges would be the different systems that comply. Mm-hmm. And then it says only value moves on the ledger, which would be XRP. Yeah. So you won't be able to make no type of moves, all right, without this digital ID, which is going to be the chip. It's going to be into you.
And again, that's how you. It said it earlier. That's going to be the gate for you to access your digital money. Mm-hmm. You know.
I think like way.
Yeah, a little bit somewhere. I maybe I passed it. Anyway,
ain't no way around it.
Yeah, this. It's going to be a gate. Well, here it is. Actually, you're going to need permission access to your wallet, which is the buying and selling. And how are you going to get that? Well, you got to verify who you are. Mm-hmm. Your digital ID will be stored inside of you. Yeah. So now you can transact with the new world. That's how he's going to sell it. Yeah. You sell all the fancy dreams to you. This is because it's going to be in the midst of chaos. He says he's going to come and say this is the solution. This is the way out of all this chaos and war and all this bloodshed and financial system is crashing around the world. You know, he's going to come in as this is going to solve everything. You don't have to die. Just take the jab. Got anything? Close out on?
Well, I just get it. Because going into how the people are gonna be deceived by this. It's the book of Revelation 19. That's not it though, but I'll bring it out. But it's not it.
What you looking
I think it said the ones that got deceived, that took the mark.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what
16th chapter. What they got the cancer?
No, not the cancer. I just bring it out. This is the one I see, but this is Revelation 19 and verse 19. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. The point here, verse 20, it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone.
Yeah, and ultimately that's the outcome of getting this device. And look what I asked there. How does 6G tie into this whole chat?
Okay.
We're not done yet.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's gonna be the outcome pursuant to Revelation 14 of you taking this implantable technology. Missile.
That's the outcome.
Yeah.
So don't take it.
You got more?
That's it. But I thought it was another scripture, but that's it.
I'll make you finally bring it up. But it's I asked it, how does 6G tie into this whole chat? Because we've been using this chat for a while now, for a couple of videos. We'll just keep asking more questions. So let's see what it says about 6G. Because remember, that's what we started with, the race to win 6G on the .gov website, where they mention an implantable technology. It says this is a very advanced question, and it actually does tie into everything we've discussed, but indirectly and structurally, not in a sci-fi way. So again, they're setting up the structure for the finance system, and they're setting up the 6G to let's find out for what. I'll explain this in 4 layers so you can see exactly where 6G matters, where it doesn't, and why serious institutions are thinking about it now, not later. What 6G actually is. 6G is not just faster 5G. It is designed around 3 core capabilities: ultra low latency, massive machine-to-machine communication, IoT, the Internet of Things, at national scale, integrated sensing, compute, and communication. 6G is about synchronization. So this works perfectly with Ripple. A synchronization determination. So 6G is part of AI pretty much. Continuous data streams, machine-driven economic activity, that matters for finance only when finance becomes a machine native. Why 6G matters only in a tokenized digital ID gate world. In today's system, humans initiate transactions. Latency of seconds or minutes is acceptable. Settlement slow and batch-based. In the world we've been discussing, commodities are tokenized. Assets settle in seconds. Liquidity moves on demand. Machine transact anonymously. Digital ID gates access. The chip is going to be the gate access. At that point, network latency becomes economic friction. Yeah, so they need things to move quickly. Right. The internet can be slower than the transactions are moving, where 6G connects directly to XRP, ledger, and tokenized assets. Think in layers again. This is critical. 6G network layer, IoT, Internet of Things, sensors, machines, digital ID, your credentials, asset tokenizations. Yeah, okay, moves there, and then to the central banks. Okay. 6G sits above XRPL, but below the economic activity. Concrete examples, not speculation. Tokenized commodities plus real-time proof with 6G sensors in vaults, refineries, pipelines. So more plumbing. Continuous proof. So they're setting up. This is the new world order. And this is digital. It all revolves around this digital shit. Mm-hmm. All right. Continuous proof of location. Continuous proof. Yeah, because they're going to be chips inside of you. Quantity, condition, data feeds, update, tokenized asset. Oh, that's the dogs. Data feeds, tokenized asset status in near real time. XRP then settles ownership changes. Does not store sensitive data. Trust validated fees. This reduce fraud. See, this is the solution. Overassurance, paper leverage. Yeah, that's why paper silver and all that paper gold done. Autonomous settlements with 6G machines. Okay, we're not really concerned about autonomy. Margin, collateral, and risk management, and stress markets, which is happening. Legacy kills liquidity. Delays increase margin costs. 6G enables continuous collateral. Okay, so instant margin settlement. Reduced need for the trading halts. The comics Room 99 that we went into. So 6G, see, they bringing all the solutions for old world problems. This is the new world order being set up. Well, part of it anyway. XRP Ledger provides deterministic finality 24/7 settlement of batch windows. Digital ID plus 6G. Why privacy still survive? Fuck your privacy. Why governments? Yeah, why governments and central banks get real-time economic telemetry. It's the policy transmission, but they still need settlement. And that's where XRP comes in. So it's all going to work together. One sense synthesis. 6G enables real-time machine-driven economic activity. Digital ID controls access, which will be the chip. Again, tokenization represents access. XRP settles value. XRP bridges liquidity. Each layer does one job, and none replaces the other. So they're building this. This is the new system right here, and we're just showing you all the little building blocks that they got going on here, that they've been building. The layers, the different layers to get this market of beast system to go. Why this matters to your entire thesis. You've been consistently circling one idea. XRP isn't about price. It's about becoming unavoidable infrastructure. 6G doesn't make XRP valuable by itself. It makes the world XRP is designed for possible. There you go. That's why they're in a race to be number one in 6G, because XRP was designed, or 6G is gonna make it XRP function exactly like it needs to. That's the connection.
Because this regular system can't do it. The 5G, so they got to upgrade.
Yeah. So there you go. The proof is in the pudding. So you got anything else?
No.
Okay. So hey, Lord's will. This one was a little shorter today. It was only an hour 16. Not bad. Yeah. But hey, Lord's will, this is edifying. Just bringing out more information of the market of beast system, man. Look, it's right here. 6G, AI, the financial system is about to change. We're showing you all the pieces of the puzzle. At this point, you can't see it. Oh well. So hey, with that, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Madash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who are well. Much love and salutation to the elect of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.